just want to say that I'm grateful that someone that's not even related to us gave us a chance to include us, even though that we're not genetically related, that he'd still include us in the family, because it's really tough to know that we're not even part of it. But it's just good to know that it's sad that he died last year. But
hello guys, this is Travis and Kyle with our guest Hyang and Kim. We are here today doing a translation of our letter that we received in 2009. Back in 2009, we decided to do a birth family search. So we wrote this letter, and maybe 6 months later, we got a letter back. Now, we did get this letter translated in 2008, 6 months after we sent in our own letter. However, we have a special guest here that actually can translate the letter for us. So we want to share what she has to say in her own words. So this is KADstories.com. We want to have her get started right now. And as you can see, this is a letter written by our oldest sister, Shil Park. So she might as well get started.
Okay. Try start now.
Yes.
Okay. To Kyle and Travis Balitz. Hi, my twin younger brothers, Kyle and Travis. All our families were so happy and pleased to hear that you were adopted to America, and you have been doing very well there. Until now, we family here couldn't know about you, where you were, and if you were doing good. So we were wondering a lot, and we wanted to know. Whenever we were watching a TV program, such as a program where they were looking for a person or group, mom and our cousins were all the time were very interested in those kind of program, because in case they could see you on that TV program. Actually, I had many thoughts. How could I start to write to you? On one hand, but the other hand is so thankful, and I feel so happy. We got to know about you since around October, when our mom's husband found a postcard from Eastern Social Welfare in Seoul. That's the moment we got to know about you. Your oldest sister also contacted the social worker at the Eastern and asked them your pictures and send it to my email. My feeling before I saw your pictures was very nervous, and I was wondering a lot, like how the twins would be now, how they grew up. Through the pictures, I could feel that you were happy. You had a happy life there. In the pictures, your American adoptive parents, I tended to think they are admirable. I want to respect.
Admirable.
Yes, thanks. Please do that way. Correct my English. And they look nice and sweet people, especially your American adoptive mom and your American sister looked very pretty, very beautiful. You know what? Kyle and Travis, you also, when you are very little, you look so good and nice. As your older sister, I felt a little bit sorry to see your pictures and to read your brothers that Kyle and Travis, you are not that tall. You are short. Based on the stories from our family members and our relatives, when you were born, you were so tiny and small. So some of us were worried a lot if these tiny little twin boys could be survived or not. That was our family worry. That tiny, I heard we were so small. Recently, our birth mom had a medical checkup at the big hospital, and her height is shorter than 5 feet, and her weight is about
90
90
pounds.
pounds. Very short and tiny, but in general, her health, physical health is okay, no problem. Usually in Korea, when women are getting older, they are suffering from like
Bone
losing calcium from their bones.
osteoporosis.
That's very typical here in Korea. And our mom, who we guess who couldn't have proper or appropriate treatment after giving birth. So nowadays, she from time to time says, "Oh, I have pain. I'm feeling not good today." That's what she is saying recently. When she had you, when she was pregnant, we guess she definitely couldn't have good nutrition or good food at that time. Also, because you had no chance to have breakfast, feeding by your moms.
Yeah, breastfed.
That's why I think you are short. So as your older sister, I feel sorry. Maybe that might be the reason why you are short. You had no chance to have mom's
Nutrients.
milk. Also, our mom is short too. So there must be the genetic influence also we share. Your birth dad, we think your birth dad was also short. And your half sisters or we are short, and we think we couldn't eat well when we were little. In America, I heard and I know there are some discrimination, especially about Black people and Asian people. According to your letters, I couldn't learn a lot about your schooling there. So I just guess that Kyle Travers, you might have had a lot of suffering while you were in school as an not immigrant but as an Asian boy. Your figure, your body is much smaller than any other American people, and as an adoptee, living as a person who have smaller figure, that I guess you might have had kind of discrimination in that community, and it must be very tough. I didn't have that experience, but as your older sister, I could feel it indirectly. However, even within this given dynamics, I'm so proud of you to hear that you studied hard and you are about to go to a good school soon. And I'm very thankful to your American adoptive parents because they raised you, they kept you and support you not only financially but also emotionally. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I think it's such a good luck to have that good adoptive parents. I think God let us have them for you, like as an guardian angels. I wish you don't forget about the good thing what your American parents have been doing for you, and don't forget about the lesson of love and care by them. And I wish you could be successful. Then please pay them back. For now, I'm sure you are wondering and you are very interested in the very first days after you just were born, and about family relationship, and about our birth mom. So from now on, I will tell you a little bit more about that.
Okay, so we're going to give her a little break. I just wanted to take a mini break. So let's just do a little bit of reaction. Yesterday, you got pretty emotional when she was discussing things. We actually end up having her read a little bit yesterday, and we decided just to maybe just do it all and record it so we can actually have it for safekeeping. Again, this is Hyang Kim. She's actually a doctor. She went to a really high-end women's school, and we just been friends. A couple years ago, we met her through an adoptee, and she's here to visit. So could you explain a little bit why you got emotional? I just want to clarify. So I think I said earlier that we wrote this letter in 2009, but it was actually 2008 because I know we went to Korea in 2018, and that it was 10 years, a decade after we wrote the letter. So it was 2008, not 2009. And anyways, regarding the emotional reaction I had regarding the first phase, it wasn't actually the letter itself. It was more, I was ended up kind of crying a little bit because I was kind of thinking about what I really missed about what it would have been like growing up in Korea. I felt like maybe part of me was missing, and I felt that I had this overwhelming sensation that maybe there could have been something that could have happened while I was in Korea. And in spite of all the complications, whether it was poverty or the fact that my adoptive mom could not raise me, and the fact that I was born out of wedlock, or my brother and I were born out of wedlock. Your birth mom couldn't raise you. And I think because of that, if that was all tossed aside, I still feel like part of me felt like there is a big missing chunk for the fact that I did grow up in America. And though I'm very grateful that I had this life in Korea and that I did manage to get in touch with my folks right now, part of me still feels like there's something missing. And that's the whole reason why I had the reaction I did yesterday.
I told it was very natural and good way of express his feeling. So it's totally okay. And even positively, I took it. So thanks for sharing your emotion, honestly. And that's very, very good sign for all of us.
I wanted to mention something that we didn't know, and this is why Hyang and Kim is actually a really important factor, a benefactor in this letter. Apparently, we kind of learned that our mom perhaps could have been married twice, meaning our half-sisters may just be half-sisters to each other. Maybe the oldest one had a different dad, because she explained that she calls our stepdad that actually passed away last year, and he actually visited us. That actually cannot be our oldest sister. What's her name again? Shil's dad. So I guess maybe we can continue reading, and maybe there might be a little bit more details about that.
Should I keep?
Yeah, you can just.
going? There's a section. The second page starts with the subtitle of process of
Our mom gave birth to us,
how
I'm
you were born. I heard our mom loves to going out than staying at home. That's what I have heard.
She prefers going out than staying at home.
Yes.
Oh,
And she seemed she loved to get on the train and goes to Seoul very often and see things in Seoul. So I heard that one day when she arrived at Seoul, while she was in Seoul's train station, it was very cold. She felt so cold. That moment, your birth dad approached to her and suggested very kindly that let's go to somewhere else where it's a warmer place instead of staying at this cold place. So they get out the Seoul train station. They grab the taxi together, and they got off the taxi at Kuro. It's a little bit south from Seoul station.
Kuro's a Korean city.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
or is it a region?
Seoul, yeah.
Oh.
Still Seoul,
Oh.
close to Seoul station.
Oh, okay.
Just few more stops by subway.
Oh.
So they got off.
Is it a street or is it a
area name?
Oh, it's an area.
Yeah. They
kind of like a suburb, I guess.
That's
not a
very
suburb.
just city in
okay.
Seoul. So they got off Kuro and they got in a small motel. That's how they had you. The situation was like that. At that time, we think mom's age was about mid of 30s.
Middle 30s, I see.
Yes. According to mom's, your birth dad, she didn't know the name of the man.
Dad.
But she knew his job he was working
on the
at
railroad.
the railroad, belonged to the government. His hometown was Nonsan in Chungcheong province.
Can you explain where that's at? Is that above Jeollabuk-do? Or you're not sure? Or Jeonju? Okay.
Not far from Jeonju.
Okay.
Nonsan actually. A little bit south.
Oh, south. Okay.
A different province. He was fifth son in his family.
Oh, I didn't even know it went that deep.
That's what mom knew about him. For what mom said she knew for sure was she remembers that his hometown is Nonsan, Chungcheong province. Except that I think any information about him, we are not sure if it's true or not. That's how mom was pregnant. At that time, our mom's husband side family, his mom, so your half sister's grandmom, really hated this situation because you were not her birth grandkids, not from her sons. And also at that time, our mom's husband has some financial difficulty to keep the babies. You were born at the granddad's place. You were born there.
Yeah, we visited that place, Stroke.
But the grandparents, they also couldn't keep you. The situation was not that good at the time. Also, in terms of ethical perspective, ethics or moral perspectives was hard to keep you. So I think that's why they chose adoption. Your grandfather had many brothers. One of the brothers contacted adoption agency in Jeonju and asked them to send you abroad. So the initial motivation of sending you abroad was not our mom's wish or will.
Oh, that's weird. I thought she actually wanted it.
That's how the adoption started, the decision making process. I tend to think instead of keeping you in such complicated situation, let you grow up in that not that good environment, a lot better, let you be in better environment. Also, from now on, I will let you know a little bit about your birthday. The older brother, Kyle, older twin, Kyle, was born January 11, 1987 at 3 p.m. The younger twin, Travis, 5 minutes later, he was born.
So I just wanted to cut her off, stop her for a bit. We actually confirmed in a later letter that actually Travis is still the older one, but that was kind of a shocker when we first learned about that.
And mom, by herself, got you names. Older twins, Park Changjun, younger twins, Park Jangmun. So she made your name and she registered your name on her husband's family register. At that time, her husband was working abroad, so he didn't know nothing about what happened. Later, when he returned home from another country, in 1993, June, that's the year you were about 7-year-old, and he reported that you
Deceased, I believe.
were died by like lung disease. The reason why he did that,
So we don't have to join the army, but
because when 7 or 8 year, when we are getting that year, we get the like elementary school, the qualified to get in elementary school, and also when the time you are getting graduated from high school, then you must be like 19 or 20-year-old. Then you should get the army service paper in Korea. So your father decided to do that. In this situation, me, your oldest sister, who is writing a letter to you using my computer, is feeling very bad and sad. a lot more than me. I'm sure you, Kyle Travers, are feeling even a lot more sad and depressed. However, now you are a grown man and having life is a blessing. Think, what if not, without any chance to have the life? So I wish you to not to stick to the sad memories from the past. I was worried a lot when I heard from my dad that you were looking for your mom, because I worried if you might be shocked if you hear about the story about your beginning, the early days. And my mom's husband also felt sorry that it's just because of others' mistakes. So the two boys have nothing related to this story. So she also felt sad, and she had a pity feeling about you. I wish you try not to hate your mom, thinking she at least didn't decide to go to the abortion process, and she kept your life at least. And I want you to think about that and wish you not to hate her. I want to get you a new, very stylish new name, because the name our mom got you, or the name you have from the community center.
Yep, the Channel Park and Mono Park.
That's from community center. Your sister think that name is kind of very old fashioned or down to date.
Oh.
So I wish, if I can, I want to get you more like up to date and good name for you. Only when you really want to, you need Korean name. As your older sister, your name, I feel your Korean name is a bit ugly or like a countryside stuff. So in my letter, I honestly don't want to express or call you like Channel Park or Mono Park. Now I move on to our mom and our family.
Okay, we'll do another breathers or any reactions that you have based off what we talked about. Not right now. Yeah, I think we can just move on. I think I just wanted to mention they did make a mistake about who's the older brother and versus the younger brother. Again, I'm the younger one, and I believe I should have been called Jang Moon, and Travis should have been called Jang Jun. He's Mono Park, and I was Cheon Park, and that's kind of what they're referring to. Cheon Park and Mono Park are kind of an interesting way to call someone, because it means what, like 100 versus $10,000? 10,000 versus 1,000. I think Manho means 10,000 and Chanho means 1,000. 1,000. So, in our opinion, I guess our names are okay, but in their opinion, they just want something different. So I guess we'll just continue.
The section title is about mom and the family relationship. I'm not sure how much you know about mom and the family. If you know a little bit about them or not, I'm not sure. Our mom is mentally ill.
Oh, is it mentally ill or mentally disabled? Like retardation versus
sick. She mentioned not
Okay.
not disabled.
Oh, so it's not a
Yeah.
disability, huh?
Mhm.
I see.
She just said, our mom is a bit mentally. She has some mental illness, a bit. According to her mom's family of origin, our mom, before she got married, when she was working, she hit by a bus
Mm-hmm.
and got damaged a lot,
Brain injury.
especially her brain, her head. Almost died. At the time, she was almost died. And she was in coma
Oh, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
for 1 month.
Oh, wow. That's something new. I guess I didn't remember that.
Yeah. And it's just like from dead to alive. So after 1 month from unconsciousness, she woke up. Then she recovered. Then she married and had your
Three
half
daughters.
sisters. But there are problems after she got married. She didn't do well for domestic things at home. She wasn't doing good as a mom, raising kids and supporting kids' school or study. And also she wasn't doing well for her husband as a wife. Financially, your half sisters, didn't have serious difficulties because our dad was working hard, but we felt we had deficit of love, even though we didn't have that serious financial problem because our father's income. We felt kind of deficit of love or care. Love and
They
care.
weren't loved enough? Is that what you mean?
I mean, I think by
Taken
mom.
care of. Oh, they weren't taken care of.
Sometimes we were not cared like to just eat any just usual meal. Our father was all the time absent because he was busy working at work here in Korea or in another country, in Middle Eastern country. And mom was all the time busy going out because she liked that. In this situation, your half sisters were abandoned at home or ignored. It was very often. So all the time we were hungry. When we were little, when we were growing up, our memories, we couldn't eat well. So all the time we felt hungry. Your oldest sister, me, when I was the first grade at the elementary school, I wasn't good at academic achievement. So I had a 1 year break. Then at my age of 9, I restarted again to study at school. So 1 year.
Took 1
My
year off.
friends are like 1 year younger than me because I had 1 year delay. Eventually, our mom's husband's mom, so grandmom of father's side, she raised us with love. So we were kept safely and healthily. Of course, the grandma, really, she didn't like our mom. That feeling me, the eldest sister, have the same. I have the same feeling. Many people around our family recommended a lot to my dad to divorce mom and then look
For a new wife.
for another woman, remarry, and like any other ordinary man to live kind of the good life. So I even talked to my dad when I was little that instead of living with mom who is not mentally healthy, for dad it's better. For him, it's a lot better to live with another woman after he remarry. So even I talked to dad to divorce, suggested him to divorce when I was very little. However, mom's husband, there was no one moment he had like
Considered
conflict or different ideas. Until now, he forgave her and he understood her till he died. He liked to live with her and treat her as his lifelong spouse. So taking care of her. And even until now, they don't have any conflict or unhappy mode between them. If father divorced, I think then the situation might be worse, because if you were raised by any stepmom, it might be way worse for you. And also, if then our mom's life must be disastrous. I really respect and admire that who decided this hard decision until now. Current travels, I think if any other Korean man, if they have a wife who did mistake, and then probably the husband would abuse her physically or divorce, or even his life would be very traumatic, and sure he wouldn't take care of the kids well. But until now, he has been keeping his family as a breadwinner. He was a very responsible person. He did his very best. From the bottom of my heart, I feel very thankful to that. After mom gave birth of you that year, mom was sent to a facility in Chungcheong province. The village name is like a flower neighborhood, the kind of famous place in Korea.
You know that place?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Where because it's very famous, run by Catholic father or Catholic sisters, kind of a community center.
Is that in Seoul?
In
Jeonju?
Chungcheongdo,
Where's that though?
close to Jeonju
Oh, it
or
is.
Nonsan.
Okay.
She was sent to that area by father's relative. After that, for 12 years, fathers and your half-sisters couldn't see our mom for 12 years since then. So your half-sisters were raised by our grandma. She loved and cared a lot about us. And our father was working very hard in Middle Eastern countries. So financially, we didn't have that much difficulties. One day in 1999, around May, our uncle from our mother's side got us a news that mom is in her father's home now. Later, when we heard from our mom, she escaped from the facility by herself, alone, without any help, and she She transferred many times, getting on another buses, and she finally arrived at her house where her parents were living. So father contacted his Low family, and that's how mom returned home. We think mom's life in the flower village must have been tough for her. She missed family a lot. She wrote letters, but she never got any response or any letters. And we couldn't make any visit because in the flower village, anyone who has family, they should get out of the facility. That's why it was hard to contact her. That place, she barely was qualified to live there with support from Catholic Church father's recommendation. Later, we heard from mom about her time at that flower community. Just like any other countryside, they were working in their garden or in the field. Sometimes they have other handicapped people and work this and that and earn some money. Sometimes pray. And she spent time doing these activities. Among what I heard from my mom, perhaps she missed family so much and she couldn't see any of them. All of a sudden, there were moments she wanted to die. So she got some pill. The pill was supposed to help sleeping. Too many pills is for not for sleeping. So she did this attempt because she was this. We just finished the page 3.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's okay. Kyle and I will
Of the
just
whole-
react to it and then we can stop. So anyways, we just wanted to do a quick reaction. We'll do some cuts in here, but it seems to be we have our own Korean drama in a way. However, I want to mention I was a little bit surprised, and I don't know if I remember that my mom's been in a coma for a whole month. So
I
that
actually
was
looked at
very
it.
surprising.
They did say that in the translation.
Yeah, so either that's information I either forgot, and I don't know if Kyle remembers that,
I
but he
don't.
probably doesn't. So that's new news. And I just want to say our stepdad has a very honorable position in which he was in. So
it seems like he switches back and forth between calling her dad versus stepdad. Do you think that the guy that she's talking about, or stepfather, actually is actually...
She mentioned her birthday, your stepfather.
Yeah.
But some parts she mentioned very punctually.
No, her.
Her mom's husband. So I guess
it's weird
different
why-
person.
It's weird why she sometimes refers to, I think his name's Sung Shul or something like that.
Sungchil Park.
Nah.
Whenever she mentioned about mom's husband, there was nothing much about the man. But when she say our dad, she mentioned a lot. So I guess different man.
Oh, so you actually think it probably
Yeah,
is
that's
likely
my
a different
guess.
man.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Whenever she
That's
mentioned
a shocker because I actually thought all half sisters were fully related to our stepdad, who our mom was currently married to. There may be some relations that perhaps our mom could have been married more than just twice, I guess, possibly, or dated someone else. And for now, we're going to actually stop there. We can always just go back to this a little later. Right now, we're going to take a break. We did spend quite a long time, and we do appreciate her reading through this because we're actually relearning and learning some new information that we didn't remember before, or information that actually wasn't translated right. So we actually do appreciate her time in this.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
It was my great pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, guys. This is Travis and Kyle Balitz with Hyang and Kim with KADstories.com. We're here for part B with the translation of our first letter from our birth family. And we're going to have Kim get started from page 4 to 6.
Mhm.
And she's just going to do a quick recap from page 3 onward.
I got to think a lot about our moms had tough life when I heard about these traumatic stories. When I first met Mom, I couldn't understand what she was talking about because her speaking was not that good. But since then, 10 years has passed, and now she is getting much better. Perhaps Mom had that kind of difficulties. She had no very close friends, and maybe she might still lives in her own lonely life, lives in her own world. One of Mom's routine is she has a habit, daily routine of every day she cleans the house very well, and in front of our front gate, one of her hobby is painting beautifully in front of our front yard.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She
Patio.
loves to gardening, and one of her hobbies is to grow fruit tree, and she loves flowers and vegetables. And also she likes to collect antique stuff, old stuff. We all family, we really hate when Mom collect such old and ugly things that others already have used and threw it away. At first, we persuaded her not to do that. We kept saying that, but Mom didn't change her mind. Until now, she keeps her way. We think because she collected the old stuff, it makes our house very small. We don't have enough space. But later I got to know that when she collected the old stuff, she saved each item. She cherished every stuff, and some of them she sold. So it was even helpful financially, and she saved. Mom has very strong attachment. I think she has very strong attachment with this old stuff. I tend to think because when she was little, she grew up in the countryside, farmers, family. So I'm sure they were poor or had no enough food. That's why she stick to collect the stuff. Mom's husband also, he didn't scold her about her hobby or collecting old stuff. But we, your half-sisters, all the time, nagged. Nagging. We were nagging. Her husband didn't, but we, your half-sisters, all the time nagged. Because 5 years ago, we remodeled our house, and we now have very prettier one. So now we think the old stuff Mom collected even not matched with our pretty new house. Our first floor, Mom and Dad are staying. Second floor, your second half sister lives there. I wish you two don't worry about us, because in this new house, in the better environment, and without any financial difficulty, we are doing very good with our father and your second sister. Mom isn't that interested in polishing herself, makeup or kind of stylish, like any other women or ladies. I wish her buy new clothes and make prettier, but she never did. And even clothes, she all the time brought some second-hand clothes, and she washed it, and she likes to wear it. Even so, she loves to be clean thing. And she is taking a shower every day, and she does laundry every day. We family sometimes get her new clothes and some cosmetics she never used. So now your half sister, we gave up on that. Our mom isn't that healthy mentally, but she's very smart and she has good memory. Her personality, like you, Kyle and Travis, she's introverted and she's shy person. Like I said, mom isn't that interested in polishing herself. If she does, she's very pretty and cute. People said before she married, when she was young, she was very pretty, very beautiful. Later, she had pictures from her wedding, 1 or 2 pieces. I will show you next time, if time works. And mom and your sisters, like you, we are very interested in art. Our youngest, from an earlier age, was very good at drawing. Your first oldest sister was interested in music a lot. Learn how to play piano from elementary school, but stopped and now forget it. But 2 years ago, I wanted to learn it again. So I bought a new piano, but still didn't try because I don't have enough time and financially I'm not afford to do it. Then I heard, Kyle Travers, you have been playing piano for 13 years. How wonderful or how beautiful melody you would play. I'm wondering and I'm very jealous. It took many years to understand my mom well. Now I feel sorry for mom. Sorry about her way of behaviors, her way of thinking, how hard life she had. If she was healthy, Kyle, Travis, your sisters, mom's husband, we must have been happier. But God let each of us have our own life or figure out how to resolve our problem or our life tasks. Oh, I heard you are a Christian. Our family and father's family or are Catholic, from Catholic family. You know, Catholic and evangelical. Yeah, evangelical, we both have the same root. So the religion is important. Like you said, spiritually we can rely on and we can be comforted and can have safety base. So religion let our spirit be bright and it's always mysterious how it works. I would talk about mom's sibling. Mom has 3 younger sisters and 1 younger brother. All her parents already passed away. Mom's husband's siblings, he had 3 brothers and 2 younger sisters, and also his parents all passed away. The grandma who took care of us like her birth mom passed away in 2003. in April when she was 87. When we lost her, the grandma, for many months, your older sisters were very depressed. We say in Korea, when your parents are still alive, do your very best, kids. We said, when they are still alive, when they were still alive, we didn't do well for them. Then, after they died, lots of regret, but it's in vain, useless. Current Travers, please don't forget that your American adoptive parents, what they have been doing for you, and I want you to be a good sons to them. And your oldest sister, I think she described, like, not instead of I, to connect you all the time. She say your oldest sister. Me, your oldest sister. Even I graduated from high school, I got a job at Samsung, such a huge company. And I had been working there for 17 years. And last fall, I retired. Now, I'm studying social work at a college near my place. And now I'm a freshman. After 4 years, I will get a job again. And if it works, I want to go to graduate school. Your oldest sister bought a house in a suburb and lives in there alone. Your second sister, like I said in the above, she lives in Jeonju with her parents, and she studied nursing, and now she's a nurse at a general hospital. Your youngest sister, she married 2005 November. She has very cute and handsome kids. And this upcoming winter, December 20th, we all have the party for the first year of the little kid. Youngest sister is working at a dental clinic as a nurse. Youngest sister lives in Suwon, near the oldest sister. Current Travers, I will tell you the names and ages of our family. Father's name is Mr. Park Kyu-chul. It's funny. They tell you the blood type. His blood type is A. He's 65 years old. Mom, her name is Jo Namju. Family name is Jo. First name Namju. Blood type O. She's 58 years old. Your oldest sister, her name is Shil Park. Blood type O, 36 years old. Your second sister, Park Hyun-sun, blood type A, and 34 years old. Your youngest sister, Park Eun-jung, O type of blood, and she's 29 years old. When we first heard about you, our father was so actively searched with mom and uncle. All together, they visited Eastern Social Welfare, where you were sent to America through. And they asked them about current Travers there. And our uncle, even he took day off, and with our dad and mom, and he gave our parents rides a lot from Jeonju to Seoul, only to learn more about you or to get some updates. And right after we got to know about you, they started to do that. And when they visited the social welfare organization, they took some of our family pictures, such as your youngest sister's wedding pictures, and our parents' remind wedding pictures. Do you have that celebration?
Yep, we do. Yep.
Yeah. In case they can give it to you. And when they return home, they had the pictures of yours and many letters. So all the family, we read it. And your oldest sister and youngest sister, they also had it by mail, regular mail. Mom had the mental difficulty, so a second sister read the letters for her. And also mom had glasses, so she sometimes read your letters by herself. When mom talked to your oldest sister on the phone, she really wanted to pass this word to Kyle and Travis. I'm so thankful because you look very healthy and you grew up. You grew up well. She didn't express a lot, but she said, I never ever forget you. And I always wondered, where are they are, what they do. I always wondered. And I want you to know that as your oldest sister, I wish you to know that how we read your letters again and again and again, and all the time we felt happy, more than happy, and some hope. And we believe you would have successful life in your field, what you really like to do. My wish for you is in America, you study hard in a good college, and I wish you to get some scholarship too, and study hard and experience more. And I wish if you can even master and PhD degree, I wish you to get it. Korea now is under very depressed in terms of the economic situation, since we had 10 years ago, we had IMF crisis. Perhaps because of this, it's very tough to survive or graduated from any ordinary 4-year college here. So many Korean young people, they try to go to graduate school to survive in this competitive society. Korean society is very much focused on competition and education. So if anybody has like low educational background, they can be easily discriminated and it's hard to succeed. The probability to success is very low. Our mom's husband, he never smokes. He never drinks. He hardly likes to eat meat. He is good at maintaining himself. Your sisters like tofu and beans. The father, wants us, your sisters, to have that kind of healthy diet. Father is very interested in learning the computer. He loves to do something with machine and handcraft, and he's very good at fixing things. He now works as a security guard at an apartment, and he works every other day. He has very skillful So he's famous in the residence of the whole apartment. Our new home in Jeonju, that's based on our father's many good ideas. So it's very convenient, very good environment. So our family all like it a lot, living in such convenient circumstance. And we now recently bought Samsung camcorder video. The reason why we bought it to make some video and send it to you, including the little one's first birthday party. Father loved to taking pictures or making videos. So he's so happy to buy the camera, and your second sister supports financially. He is so thankful. And he wished he can talk to you in Korean so that he can communicate more easily through that camera, live, online. Carl Travers, aren't you excited? Mom's husband, he is trying his very best. He wants to support sending you some pictures or video, or exchange email or video chatting, etc. And mom didn't express directly, but she mentioned to your second sister that how she felt grateful that her husband was trying his very best to you and trying to have a chance to meet you. Mom, as you know, mom has been sick, so she even couldn't take care of herself and she couldn't take care of her family. But now she is doing quite well, doing her daily routine. And she wish her husband and her daughter the healthy life. We all Korean family, you Kyle and Travers, can learn some Korean so we can communicate better. I bet you are smart and you are good at concentration. So I bet you can learn Korean very quickly. So I'm very expect it. I know your major is developing video game.
Yeah.
Besides that, I wish you to learn how to speak Korean. If you have any friends in your college who can speak Korean, I wish you practice. Like you said, in Korea, every little corner in a small village, there is a computer room. And we are the top country in terms of the internet and IT things. And nowadays it's too much. And now we worry about game addiction. So there are many adults and many teenagers who just stay in front of computers for 24 hours. I think parents should watch over them. We sisters, we are not interested in playing computer game, so we can give you any advice. But if you visit Korea, I will take you to computer room if you want. Then the last set paragraph. You know, your hometown, Jeonju, is very famous for food and very famous for Korean national music and Korean traditional string music instrument. The most famous food from Jeonju is bibimbap, and it's very famous for tons of diverse stuff. We say banchan. Travers and Kai, if you come to Jeonju, you would feel it. Jeonju is so beautiful and so good place to live. I would like to thank you again to reach out to us, and it's the beginning of our new hope. I wish you a happy life in America and live, enjoy your life and stay confident. I will be looking forward having your any feedback or response. Bye. From your oldest sister in Gyeonggi Yongin suburb area, 2008, November 7, Friday from Unshil Park.
So I guess we can talk a little bit about a bit of reactions. The rest of it, mainly, I think, is just a bio. So I don't think she needs to read that. But anyway, I kind of found it interesting how you kind of teared up at part of the letter. Was that surprising to you, Hyang?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so in detail. I told you in every sentence, so in detail and so carefully she picked the vocabulary. That's how it took time for me to translate, and how she tried her very best to let you know all she knew or heard directly or indirectly. So I can feel as an older sister, she wants to take care about you, and like you are one of us. Always one of us. So that's her wish.
So this is actually the first time you ever kind of translated live.
Yes. Yes.
How was it? Was it really difficult?
Yeah, very touching. I tried my best not to cry, but some part very, very touching. And yeah, usually I have to translate the American parents' letter to Korean birth parents. So this is my very first time to translate.
Yeah, we thank you for doing that. Is there any other reactions that you kind of learned or were you experiencing after hearing?
I think the most touching part was I really rarely get a reaction from mom, but I think the most touching part was the part where mom said she didn't forget about us, and I felt that was one of the key moments that I'll probably will always remember. I think that from now on, that will be a key moment on when my mom passes and continues to live on, that she's never actually forgot about us and that she actually cares about us, even though we're not present in her life right now. So that kind of was pretty touching.
Yeah.
So we were trying to actually get in contact. This probably happened, 16 years ago. And we kind of lost. We do keep in contact with Kakao. Maybe you can explain a little bit, like what you.
Yeah, so I usually try to keep contact with the second oldest sister since she's pretty active on Kakao, but it's really hard to kind of have like general conversations with them since they're really busy with life. But other than that, the other two are kind of distant, so it's kind of hard to actively engage with them. But other than that, I'm glad that we at least can still communicate with one of them.
I think it is different. Again, we got this translated a while back, but I think it did a little bit more details through speaking rather than just coming from our own head. I think it was really touching, relearning and rehearing the letter that was given to us 16 years ago. I mean, we did visit Korea in 2018. We still maybe in the works of visiting Korea again with Young and Kim. We live in Busan, but we'll see. Do you have any other reactions or thoughts of the letter that you?
No, not currently right now.
Is there anything else you want to say about the letter, Hyung, before we end the video?
Yeah, we've talked about how she mentioned about your stepdad, but now I think we thought she might marry more times. But she mentioned maybe the first part, like mom's husband, to let you have clarify. So now I'm thinking she didn't marry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So all three half sisters are likely related to what was his name? Sung or Kamju or something.
What was her dad's name again? Sung Chil?
Sung
Chil, I think. I think it was Sung Chil.
About Gyuchul.
Gyuchul.
Gyuchul Park. Gyuchul Park. Okay. Anyway, it was such a good man. Like you said, it's hard to accept you. But he was more than like your birth dad.
Yeah, we're actually pretty fortunate because like most, he did go to our reunion with us
in 2018. He was very doting. He actually wanted to participate in the conversation with us, even when we did the interview with Lily. She even mentioned that, wow, it's great. Our stepdad was trying to invest himself into the conversation too. Like, he actually truly cared. He really was a good man. And even though the mom unfortunately had her struggles and couldn't bear the responsibilities, he was willing to take a lot of it, and he never abandoned her. And it's something that is very inspiring. And he did pass away last year, but we do want to thank him for being such a strong rock in this whole process, and being kind and forgiving and allowing us into our lives along with our half sisters.
I just want to say that I just want to say that I'm grateful that someone that's not even related to us gave us a chance to include us, even though that we're not genetically related, that he'd still include us in the family, because it's really tough to know that we're not even part of it. But it's just good to know that it's sad that he died last year. But
Do you think about our own adoptive dad and our adoptive family, what they done to us too? Do you feel like it's kind of similar in the sacrifices that they did? And and now that our dad's in the hospital, unfortunately, he had to get his leg amputated, and it does make me think, because they wanted us to be grateful, not just towards our stepdad, but also our adoptive parents. And they left us this house, and they worked really hard trying to make sure that we try to live as a comfortable life as possible, let alone we still had our struggles. But I do want to express gratitude, not to just our birth family, but our adoptive family as well. And unfortunately, our dad is probably at the point where he's probably at the end of his own life as well. And that brings up a lot of sometimes painful memories of that's going to be gone in the next part of our life. And it makes it tricky to navigate. And there's a lot of what ifs and knowns. When you think about the future, does that affect you as much too about our own adoptive dad?
yeah, it's pretty overwhelming, because there's a lot of people in our life that cares about us. So
We're very fortunate and we're very lucky. I don't know if we ever can pay him back in a way we don't know how to, but we're hopefully connecting with others like Hyang and Kim. It allows us to heal and maybe kind of move on. And hopefully we can not just grind about the past, but also actually learn how to build for the future, which I'm really thankful and grateful for.
I just feel sad that he had a stroke during our session. So I guess it just didn't hit me till now, because he did actively seek us out. But yeah, I guess
Does that make you sad, or does it happy tears, or
it just makes me, I guess I just feel really bad about it, that he showed up and then had a stroke and then he never recovered.
I did want to mention after that, though, likely since Korea are like workaholics, he probably would have passed away, because he would have been alone in that house. And obviously if he passed out, he wouldn't be able to call 911. So they did mention that don't feel guilty. It was actually good that he went to that session, because if he wasn't, so he probably lived for what, 6 or 5?
81, I believe.
No, I know, but how long did he live after that meeting? 6 years or something?
So 18, 19, 20 to 5 years later.
Yeah, so I want to express gratitude, especially for our stepdad. I hope he knows that he was appreciated, and I think his daughters and us, we really appreciate the kindness, and that's something that I guess we all can try to learn to emulate from, that no matter what life hands you, try to be a good person. And our stepdad was definitely kind of that hero. And yeah.
And I would like to add that
go ahead.
Is your expression, your crying, is a lot of courage. So it's not bad thing. Yeah, very good thing and very beautiful thing. I'm sure your stepdad, please, in heaven.
I did want to end this. I know Doug probably has to go, but I mean, we were fortunate to grow up and being adopted together. We were fortunate to reunite and find our birth families and be accepted by them. But you did mention, and everyone else mentioned, that it's a very, very rare occurrence. A lot of adoptees don't get this opportunity. And I think about that, like that could have been us. And you did meet some other adoptees that, unfortunately, even though they found their birth family, they rejected. Do you actually have advice for adoptees and how they can actually heal from this and try not to be angry or sad when
it's very hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Sometimes it's for some person they need more time to accept.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's hard to give them certain advice.
Mm-hmm.
So just let them have their own time. But I want them to have to think, not only focus on one perspective. It's hard because we live in kind of subjective world. So it's like reading letters or seeing your records. I want you to try repeatedly or think again, and so that to just live in a certain very narrow perspective. It's hard. So I couldn't have any advice to get out of this tricky situation, but want them to think there is not in the world there is not just only good or only bad. There's all the time both sides. So we need to to try not to forget about these both sides and what I earn and what I have to thank for or to thank to whom.
Your passion is probably empathy, and we didn't really mention about her background, but she is a college professor. She went to the top women's school, and you end up finding yourself connected to North Koreans, defectors, and Korean adoptees. How did you develop this sense of empathy? And you actually said that you do these translations totally for free, which I think that's kind of a rare. Why do you feel such connection to you being a Korean-born person? Why do you feel connected to North Korean people and also adoptees?
I also live different dynamics, but everybody has their own experience as feeling hurt or have some difficulties. I live in Korea, but when I moved down to Busan, I felt I'm kind of like an immigrant, even though I speak same language and same ethnicity, southern accent, they notice. And not discrimination, but sometimes they said, oh, you are from Seoul. You must be very selfish. We don't like people from Seoul. That was very shocking moment for me. And I was not happy. But the second moment, I thought, oh, how hard life the immigrants have here in such homogeneous society. So then I thought I should support them. That's how I started to support. And adoption, I don't know. I now think it's destiny. Hard to explain why, because I didn't intentionally started to support them. But one by one, the first one was the Dory who visited Korea, taking her 3 adoptive children in the one of the motherland tour group from the U.S. I was host family. She was my guest. That's how we met. And then more families I got to know, and become friends and families. We can know better and we understand better than just from textbook. So,
do you actually realize you're actually a healer for many people? Do you realize that you're actually a healer for adoptees and North Korea? Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, sometimes they describe me as
a
healer or advisor, but I describe myself just friend, just friend who is learning. Yeah.
So we'll maybe just end this pretty soon. So you're actually working with adoption people now. You actually went to a talk. Can you explain a little bit about that, and then we probably end it there since that
is talking about adoption. I mean, right now, adoption records are now available in Minnesota to adoptees, and apparently Hyang Kim was part of that process. She ended up going to this presentation to kind of help adoptees in a way.
Mhm. The Korean government now is starting to work on to gather the previous adoption records because it was spread out through private adoption agencies. So now we are trying to get the whole data under one
Database.
control tower database.
And you're mentioning that the reason why it's such a struggle. I mean, you read Morgan, who's another KAD friend of ours. This is just basically just verbatim. It wasn't anything that could help find the records, unfortunately, which makes it extremely, extremely tough. But nowadays, they're doing better and trying to keep track of the birth date, and hopefully that's where the future holds. And now with adoptees, that they'll have more access to the records. Hopefully, I guess we all kind of learned, and Korean people and Korean adoptees, if they are adopted in the future, they won't have to experience such a loss or disconnect from their homeland. So I'm very thankful for Hyang Kim's services and people that surround her and trying to bridge the gap between Korean people and Korean adoptees. I did want to mention, from what I observed, is I feel like we're actually one of the same. Korean, even if you're born in Korea or even if you lived in America, there's still issues that happen there. I know Korea has been extremely judgmental and had a lot of circumstances that were very extremely harsh on single women, especially ones that had kids outside of marriage. And it almost makes it kind of impossible to destroy the families that they built after, to go back to the end. I do feel like honesty still is the best policy, and I hope we can still try to have compassion, but also honest talks. And I feel like this kind of bridges that gap. And I'm very thankful for Hyang Kim, not just focusing just on the good stories, but there were some bad stories that she wanted to bring into perspective and what we can learn from it, and hopefully make adoption and ease the suffering of future generations to come. So we really do appreciate your time with us.
Thank you.
Great. Appreciate it. I do have one last question though. Adoptees, I think the number one thing when it comes to adoption, the one term that surrounds it is trauma, and everyone processes trauma differently.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, some people go to drugs, addictions, or crime, or some take it
suicide
easier than others. Is there one advice or couple sentence that you have on how people can process trauma better when it comes to trauma itself, and how adoptees
what when you wake up, what keeps you going? Maybe you could relate to that too.
Yeah, I guess the question is, for adoptees, what is the best solution to process trauma?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have an idea on how?
Like
based
I
off all your
said,
studies.
when you asked me about the good advice,
Yeah.
who are struggling with their adoption stories, so there's no one way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same, I think. And I met many adoptees in Korea too, who has the traumatic stories.
Mm-hmm.
So some are, like you said, they drop out from school and they easily addicted, and they are in crime too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to let them get out of this situation. So what I had been helping them is not being isolated at first.
Okay.
Isolation is getting worse.
Okay.
And so let them be in the community.
Okay.
And healthier community. So I made kind of the supportive group for one high-risk adoptive family.
Okay.
And I make each family member, if I can, I make supporter.
Mm-hmm.
So like a mom supporter, I send each. So if a high teenager adoptees make problem, I train my college student as a mentor. Let them talk, or let them have a fun thing together. or we make group party. So the little thing, but not to be in an isolated situation, then they think negatively and they can easily addicted more and play game and more excluded from the society. Then it's hard to get over. So we should be in the community and hopefully in a healthy, they should see good model. Even with the good model, hard to change our bad habit. So it's very important to show them very good and very persistent model because everybody has their life hassle. So they should see how people have their problem, but they don't give up or they don't withdraw, how they cope with the problem wisely, better. Then it helps, but very slow than any other normal kids. That's what I have seen.
Okay. All right. That pretty much answers
I think that's
it.
great advice. And it kind of makes me realize, even though this was more about our story, I do think, especially towards the end, it probably helps other adoptees. And we hope this, and we really do thank you for your time and perspectives. I really do feel like when we question how can adoptees overcome their trauma, it's actually just connecting and possibly
Connecting,
with you.
networking.
And we really appreciate your services and empathy for adoptees at large. And we think that, and we hope this helps other adoptees who have not had the best of stories to kind of see another perspective that there are other people trying, like angels, like Hyang and Kim, who we really appreciate. So I think that's
Will you be able to also help other adoptees if,
Yes, of course.
if we
Yeah.
publicize this
Yeah.
and then, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
I think that's it, you guys. We really appreciate your time. It was a long-winded one. We thank again Hyang and Kim for everything, along with our birth family, our adoptive family, and we wish a speedy health and recovery to our dad. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Travis Balitz. And my name is Kyle Balitz. We are a creative team from Hastings, Minnesota, and we are identical twins. Travis is a composer, pianist, artist, video producer, and interviewer, while Kyle's a video producer, editor, photographer, pianist, artist, and interviewer. Travis has produced 290 tracks, including instrumentals, beats, and songs for a total of 19 complete albums. Music may be streamed on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, Amazon Music, Deezer, Tidal, and all other streaming platforms, and downloaded on Bandcamp and SoundClick. Spirit Tracks and Sound to Silence are physical instrumental albums that can be bought on doatracks.bandcamp.com for $5 each. Please visit hop.bio/Travis Balitz for all music, streaming, and download links, as well as Travis's bio links. For songs, visit hypedit.com/TravisD. For instrumentals, visit hypedit.com/duotracks. For beats, visit hypedit.com/duobeats. Travis's official website is travisbalitz.com. Kyle and Travis have a Korean adoptee channel for YouTube called KADstories.com that interviews adoptees about their struggles with identity, mental health, and trauma. Kyle also runs servercomtech.com, which specializes in computer and mobile IT repair services. Please visit hop.bio/Kyle Balitz for Kyle's bio links. Kyle's official website is kylebalitz.com. Travis is a hyper-realistic artist, portrait airbrush artist, and abstract acrylic artist, while Kyle is a digital media specialist and an impressionistic acrylic artist. Some of our work is available if not already sold. Please visit travisbalitz.com/artwork or instagram.com/artworkbytravis. and Kyle's artwork at kylebalitz.com/works. For inquiries and commission work, please contact Travis at travis.balitz@gmail.com or phone number +1 651 491 8440. And Kyle at krbalitz@gmail.com. Phone number is +1 651 491 8441. Thank you for listening. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.